Richician.
Hey YouTube, Richician84 here, and welcome to Q&A number 109. Let's kick this off. So the first three questions are from Matt and Alison Welch. 1. Would you rather duel against Dark Magician or Rainbow Neos? I think I would say Rainbow Neos, despite the fact that I've hardly ever gone up against another Rainbow Neos deck. I did like a couple of times when I dueled a Margin Sage of Darkness. Actually, no, there were those couple of times where Billigan, the Silver Cyclone, used my Rainbow Neos deck. Although that was before a Neos fusion existed. I would definitely say Rainbow Neos. I mean, as much as I like Dark Magician, like I said, the mirror match is annoying because it would be a back and forth case of Dark Magic attack, Circle, Banish Eternal Soul. It's not just that, it's also the fact that the field of Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, Circle, and Eternal Soul is hard to overcome, but like I said, it's not impossible. You know, like I keep saying, it can be done. Just need the right cards. And then, of course, there's the fact that Dragoon exists. In fact, that's the main reason why I don't really enjoy playing against other Dark Magician decks nowadays. I mean, I know obviously you don't have it in your current format Dark Magician deck, which I respect a lot and appreciate. Of course, Gamer Central also doesn't have Dragoon in his Dark Magician deck, but that's just simply because he doesn't have one and hasn't been able to get one. Other than that, everyone else who plays Dark Magician is just simply playing Dragoon deck, which I've ranted about enough times already. At least with Rainbow Neos, it's somewhat. It is easier to counter. Just bait out the layer of protection that Neos Fusion can provide, or just simply get rid of Rainbow Neos with an effect that doesn't destroy. You know, there are a few ways to do it. Like if I was using Dark Magician, for instance, I can just use Circle to banish Rainbow Neos. Yeah, problem solved. Yeah, there are other methods, but I can't think of them all off the top of my head right now. 2. Would you rather duel with a deck of Karibo cards or a deck with insects? I would say Karibo cards, definitely, because yeah, I just like Karibo cards a lot more. They're just more nostalgic, and like I said last week, Karibo, Wing Karibo, and Magic Karibo are red hot favourites. There are some cool insects, though. I mean, Man-Eater Bug being the most iconic one. Whereas there are, of course, there is, of course, one insect archetype that I really just hate with a passion. Bee Troopers. Yeah, they're just so fucking annoying. They just do too many things that don't let anyone play. I'd rather trim all my eyebrows than touch Bee Troopers or even play against them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I don't hate all insect monsters and archetypes. Hence why I rebuilt my generic insects for the Ultimate Championship and played an insect deck based on sea monsters. Just a pity I couldn't throw in Maxi, but it's alright though. It is what it is. Yeah, I just prefer to play with Karibo more. 3. Would you rather eat gummy worms or orange sliced candies? Orange sliced candies? Um, I mean, I guess it depends. What sort of? Where is it? Literally, what it is? Just orange flavored candy. I mean, it does sound pretty nice because I do like orange flavored things. Um, Gummies of any kind are just really addictive. Um, I feel like I could eat a load of those in one go, whereas orange, after a while, so many orangey things might get a bit overwhelming after a while. I don't know. So I'm going to say gummy worms. And the last 3 questions are from Weber's 5. So yeah, another short one. Um, uh, First of all, with a comment about Cyberdogs. I think my Cyberdog versions consist of Felgrand, Zack Attack, Danger Berserker Soul, Cyber Strike, and Graveyard Tier Highlander. Yeah, sounds about right. Although I do like the Highlander version, except for the fact that there's Tearlament monsters in there. Because yeah, I really don't like Tearlaments. Well, particularly the fusion that negates an effect that special summons. Like, that's the one I hate the most. I mean, why hasn't that one been fucking banned? Anyway, your questions. 1. Posting some new content this Wednesday. Excited? Yeah, I am. I'm curious to see what kind of new content it is. I wonder what it'll be. 2. Who would win in a battle royal between your 3 signature decks? Wait, so why is it that I can't ask you that sort of question for your Q&A, but it's okay to ask me? How does that work? I mean, I will happily answer the question, of course. But I guess it would depend on who goes first and last, I guess. If Rainbow Neos went last, there's a good chance it can do lots of damage with the right hand. As there are a lot of times when I can summon 2 copies of Rainbow Neos in one turn and do lots of damage. I've yet to summon all 3 copies in one turn, though. I have been able to get all 3 of them on the field, but I've never been able to do it in one turn. That's something I want to try and pull off, actually. Anyway, back to the Battle Royale. Yeah, it's a tricky one to answer. I mean, Rainbow Neos can do the most damage if it goes last. And both Rainbow Neos and Elemental Heroes are a bit more consistent than Dark Magician. Although it is still possible for Dark Magician to win against them one-on-one. Don't know about a 3-way duel though. And most of the times when Elemental Heroes and Rainbow Neos would clash, it would result in Rainbow Neos winning. But again, that's in a 1v1 situation. If it was a freeway, though, then Elemental Heroes would have a better chance of fighting back. If I had to go with my best guess, I'd say Elemental Heroes, although I prefer it if Dark Magician won, since that's obviously my signature deck and the deck I like the most. And it's funny you should mention a battle royale between these three signature decks, because I actually do want to have a battle royale with all three of those decks. I was hoping to actually do that with the help of Hisham and Billingham at the last casual night at Tabletop Republic, but we didn't have time to do that. So I'm hoping that we can actually do that at the next casual night at TTR. And then that way I can properly answer this question. 3. If you did something similar to the front page of my Flex binder, which is one card used to represent each deck I've played, or rather the decks I've played up to that point, what dimensions would the binder need to be possible? That's a very good question. I'm thinking maybe it should be like a 4-slot one, like the same as yours pretty much, because I've played many decks over the years. Like I'd say somewhere over 128. I say 128 because only 128 of them were entered into the Ultimate Championship. I didn't use all of them because they were decks that either didn't work the way I hoped they would, or were decks that I regret building and wish I hadn't built, like Dark Magic Swarm, Stardust Dragon Assault Mode, and Wave Motion Lock. Wave Motion Lock was a deck that was meant to be something similar to that dual bot that Yusei faced in the 5Ds anime. But and this was, of course, long before I officially declared a hatred for lockdown decks of any kind. So yeah, it was a lockdown deck, but yeah, obviously I don't play those decks anymore, and I never will. What I played in the past and won't play again is irrelevant. uh, so yeah, I guess that answers that question. Oh, and there's a comment from Gong there saying, "Oh, I knew I forgot something." I'm guessing he probably forgot to submit questions again. There seems to be a reoccurring meme in this series. Excuse me. And that is it for questions in this episode. Thank you very much for your guys' questions. Very cool ones as always. If you've got any other questions, any other questions you want to ask me, post them in the comments section down below. And remember, I do these episodes every Tuesday afternoon or evening, UK time. So be sure to get your questions in before then so that you don't miss out. Thanks again, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Dark Richician YouTube channel.